Today, we're tackling a classic head-to-head that's been sparking debate in gun circles for decades. The Ruger Mini-14 versus the AR-15. These rifles have carved out solid reputations over the years. The AR-15, developed in the late 1950s and later adopted by the military as the M16 in the early 60s, has become an icon. Meanwhile, the Mini-14 came onto the scene in 1973, engineered by Bill Ruger and Jim Sullivan, the same guy who helped create the M16. The Mini-14 pulls heavy inspiration from the M1 Garand and M14 platforms, known for their tough-as-nails construction and battlefield reliability. Now, the AR-15 tends to dominate the conversation thanks to its tactical look and massive aftermarket support. But let's shift gears a bit, because the Mini-14 might actually be a smarter choice for many shooters out there. For starters, the Mini-14 has a sleeker, more traditional appearance. It resembles a sporting rifle, but under the hood, it's a semi-auto powerhouse chambered in an intermediate caliber. Why does that matter? In today's world, optics count both literally and figuratively. A rifle that looks less threatening tends to draw less unwanted attention. Whether you're heading to the range, out in public, or just loading it into your truck, the Mini-14 is a lot less likely to raise eyebrows than a decked-out AR-15. If you're in a state with stricter gun laws, or you just want to keep a low profile, that more conservative styling can be a huge asset. Plus, let's be honest, it's a good-looking rifle. Performance-wise, the Mini-14 holds its own. It's reliable, it's accurate enough for most practical purposes, and it's built like a tank. It may not have as many aftermarket toys, but as a go-anywhere, do-anything rifle, the Mini-14 gets the job done. Of course, both rifles come with baggage. Back in the day, the original M16 had major reliability issues due to a switch in gunpowder and a lack of cleaning kits. Troops were even told it didn't need to be cleaned. The Mini-14 avoids a lot of these headaches thanks to its operating system. It runs on a rugged, self-cleaning gas piston setup, which stays cleaner and is more forgiving in tough conditions compared to the AR-15 direct impingement system. Dust, mud, rain, it shrugs it off. This is exactly why it's beloved by ranchers, outdoorsmen, and anyone needing a no-fuss rifle in unpredictable environments. To break it down a little more, the AR-15 gas system channels hot gases directly back into the bolt, cycling the action but also leaving behind residue that builds up fast. Over time, that can impact reliability unless you're cleaning it regularly. The Mini-14, on the other hand, vents those gases away from the bolt, reducing carbon buildup and making the rifle easier to maintain. If you're not a fan of scrubbing your rifle down after every range day, this is something to seriously consider. One more thing worth mentioning, the Mini-14 cold hammer forged barrel adds to its durability and longevity. And if you're operating in humid or coastal areas, you'll appreciate that it's available with a stainless steel finish right from the factory. It won't make the gun invincible to rust, but it'll definitely give it a fighting chance against corrosion. One common knock on the Mini-14 has been its reliability, but let's clear that up. The bulk of those issues come from low-quality aftermarket magazines, not the rifle itself. If you stick with Ruger's factory mags, you'll find the Mini-14 to be exceptionally dependable. Don't bother with the cheap knockoffs, save yourself the headache and stick to the real deal. Truth is, both the Mini-14 and AR-15 are impressively reliable when equipped and maintained properly. The Mini-14 also scores points for its compact design. Compare a standard fixed-stock Mini-14 to something like a Colt 6920, and you'll see they're nearly identical in length and weight, very comparable to an M4. However, because the Mini-14's recoil system is built into the front of the receiver rather than extending into the stock, you're not tied down by a bulky buffer tube. This allows for more compact stock options, including folding stocks, which are great for portability and storage. Ruger even had a factory folder back in the day, a team style. I'm not sure they still sell it, but modern versions from companies like Samson are excellent alternatives. Despite its shorter overall length, the Mini-14 offers a longer sight radius than an AR-15. That's thanks to its front sight being placed almost all the way at the muzzle, giving you better sight alignment and potentially greater accuracy with iron sights. By contrast, even Rs with mid-length gas systems have noticeably shorter sight radii due to the placement of their front sight blocks. When it comes to value, the Mini-14 has a lot going for it. There's always talk about how the AR-15 gives you more bang for your buck. And yes, you can build or buy a solid AR for under $1,000. But for many folks, a good AR means one from a premium brand. Those can cost upwards of $1,500 or more. A brand new Mini-14 usually runs around $1,000, and used ones often pop up for significantly less if you're willing to shop around. You're getting a rifle that's durable, straightforward, and not dependent on upgrades to be effective. For shooters who want something reliable right out of the box without diving down the parts rabbit hole, the Mini-14 delivers excellent long-term value. Another area where the Mini-14 shines is its stock versatility. The lack of a buffer tube sticking out the back opens the door to all kinds of stock options. Folding stocks are an especially big win here. Ruger's original side folders were a hit, and Samson now produces licensed replicas that are both practical and fun to shoot. You can fold it down for easy storage and still enjoy good ergonomics when it's extended. My own Mini-14 came with a rugged black synthetic stock functional, but not exactly pretty. I swapped it for a walnut factory stock from a buddy, and honestly, it transformed the look and feel of the rifle. The Mini-14 stock flexibility is a huge plus, especially for those who like to personalize their setup. So why would someone choose a Mini-14 over the AR-15? It's a cleaner, simpler system that doesn't scream military grade. It's great for anyone who wants a hard-working rifle that performs well without attracting too much attention. Whether you're patrolling your property, plinking at the range, or just want a versatile semi-auto rifle, the Mini-14 is more than capable. It may not have the tactical image or massive customization seen the AR-15 enjoys, but it makes up for that with rugged charm and proven reliability. Now I want to hear from you. Are you rolling with the classic Mini-14, or do you swear by the AR platform? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed for more no-nonsense firearm breakdowns. Catch you in the next one.